In today's video, we'll learn about resolving team conflict, how to manage conflict between your team members. Your people bring different perspectives and knowledge to your team, improving problem solving and performance, but sometimes difference can lead to conflict and you'll need to deal with it. We'll look at ways to identify and resolve conflict in your team and to keep working relationships healthy and productive. First, we'll highlight a few general skills and approach that a manager can call on in conflict situations. Then we'll look at a 5-step process for applying those skills in practice. Conflict resolution skills for managers. Let us see this. By using this following approach, managers will likely to be able to stop conflict before it gets out of hand. Be proactive. The first one, leaving someone out of an email chain, delivering an inappropriate personal remark, or triggering a flash argument. Conflict often starts with small disagreements which escalate fast. So, if you spot conflict, avoiding leaving to it team members or HR to resolve. Instead, take action. This shows that you treat conflict seriously and won't condone destructive behavior. The second one is observe. Signs of conflict can be subtle, but you can detect them by being aware of the interactions within your team. Things to look out for include body language, facial expressions, and tone of voice. The first one is body language, such as crossed arms or leaning away from people. The second one is facial expressions, such as frowning or dazing down. The third one is tone of voice, such as cutting, disparaging, or dismissive way of speaking. The better you know your individual team members, the more easily you will pick up on cues and spot tensions that may be lurking under the surface, as well as the details of the conflict. Keep in mind that you may need to consider if competing values are distributing or contributing to the tension. And the third one is be fair and impartial. Even if you agree with one or more individuals in a conflicting team, make sure that you remain objective. Give everyone the time and opportunity to represent their own perspective on events and to respond to any criticism. It's vital that all parties are able to state their case and are listened to. And the fourth one is step in when needed. Be sure not to allow certain individuals to dominate the conversation or bully more reserved colleagues. If one person is constantly taking over others, keep your questions directed at the person being interrupted. If people still attempt to interrupt, politely ask them to wait until their coworker has finished before inviting their point of view. And the fifth one is avoid assumptions. When facilitating a conflict discussion, avoid stating as facts things that you only think you know or may have heard. For example, it's best to use phrases like as far as I am aware or as I understand it. This also allows for the possibility that your understanding is wrong or incomplete, and it creates an opportunity for the conflicting parties to restate their cases and clarify misunderstandings. And the last one is be patient. Resolving team conflict can take time, especially with volatile, arrogant, or domineering personalities. It can also be a challenge to engage introverted or uncommunicative employees. So it's important to be patient and preserve. 5 conflict management steps which we all need to know. The first one is speak to team members individually. Start by having an informal one-on-one with each team member involved in the conflict. This way, you can hear people's concerns in a safe, confidential setting. Second one is bring people together. Once you have got a better understanding of the conflict and everyone's perspectives, it's time to bring the relevant parties together and act as a moderator. And the third one is ask the wider team for ideas. When a conflict affects the whole team, provided it's not sensitive or confidential, you can ask for everyone's perspective. And the fourth one is draw up a plan. Ask the parties to detail agreed on actions for reconciliation and get each to commit to this strategy. And the last one is follow up. Ensure that issues have been resolved properly by following up on the situation. For the example, people may still feel aggrieved but not want to drag things out. You can use one-on-ones to prevent old disagreements from resurfacing and run anonymous team survey to get feedback and relieve any lingering frustrations. This is all about today's video. Thank you.